that was loud. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Uh, my name is Kelly, and I run Dreamery.com, where I sell hand-dyed fiber yarn. No fiber yet. Eventually, I'm getting there. I have a lot to learn, as Miss Sadie has said. And I've been gone longer than I had planned to be gone, but there's been a lot of kind of sad stuff going on. Within the course of a week, two of my relatives died. So, my first relative who died is my cousin, who was very involved with the Baltimore Colts band, and she is in Barry Levinson's movie called And the Band Played On. She's one of the people who, when they found out the Mayflower trucks were coming to Owings Mills to take everything, they hid the band uniforms, and she played an important role in that, so that the Colts had to get new band uniforms once they went to Indianapolis. And then she was always very active there. She died of pancreatic cancer, and it's just sad. It's sad to see my cousin, her daughter, coping with it. And she's actually 2 or 3 years older than me, and she's just been having such a rough time of it. And I feel really bad because I don't know what to say to make her feel better. And I can't go to Baltimore right now to make her feel better. And then the other person who passed away last Friday. And that was also an aunt of mine. She was my grandmother's sister. And her daughters are also my age. They're handling it very differently than my other cousin is handling her mother's death. And my aunt died from kidney and liver disease. Eventually, toxins from her liver were creating ammonia that went to her brain and killed her. Is that what it is? I don't recall for sure. But I'm gonna miss her. She made the best Italian beef in Chicago. That's my story. Stick into it. And so I've been dealing with that, and my grandmother is now in a rehabilitation place because my grandfather cannot physically take care of her anymore. She had actually been sent to the hospital when my aunt came up to visit and immediately called 911 when she saw the condition that my grandmother was in. And she was admitted for malnutrition. She was drinking like 1 can of Boost a day and saying that that was all she needed and that she would be fine. But, that's not the case. And my grandmother really hates doctors for some reason. I think the only times that she's been in the hospital is to have her children. And then there was a time 2 years ago that she went in. There was some digestive issues going on, and somebody finally took her. But she's very stubborn, and she did not want to go. And so, dealing with that. And then, my mom's dying. She's been a little bit better about letting me know when she does go to the hospital. I found out when I was in Maryland for Maryland Sheep and Wool that she had been to the hospital a lot of times and just didn't tell me because she was tired of telling people every time that she went to the hospital. So she did have to go to the hospital the other week, and it's serious, but in a way it was also not serious because it's something that's happened to her in the past and something that can be taken care of in the course of 24 to 48 hours. So I guess she's okay for now. Her tumor markers are still in the same place. She got one of the combined PET and CAT scans that they can do now. I think that's at Mercy in Baltimore. And then my husband's been sick. And because he doesn't have health insurance, we always have to battle a fine line of, okay, should we go to the emergency room? Should we go to urgent care? If we take him to either of those places, they want money up front. And so we kind of have to, I'm sorry. So we kind of have to decide when it's really dire and when he should go. And so he did go on Monday, and it was dire. So we had to pay a lot of money out of pocket for that, which was an unexpected cost. He's sort of on the mend, but not yet. We did do everything through urgent care and not an emergency room, because I think for this, an emergency room would just say, okay, here are some antibiotics, go see your regular doctor. Well, without insurance, it's really expensive to see a regular doctor. More expensive than seeing somebody at an urgent care. And also, the urgent care place gives a discount to anybody who pays ahead in cash. So, I'm sorry, just a second. And that's the other reason why it's been so long. My allergies are really, really out of control this year. And let's see, today is June 7th. It's 9 minutes after midnight, and everybody's asleep. Nobody's going to be coming in and out of the house, and I am secure in my room, which is kind of like my safe vacuum. But it's really depressing to have beautiful sunny days and only be able to look outside at it. So I've been down. I've been really down. And I know a lot of times I talk about looking at the positive side of things. So I'm trying to look at the bright side of things. I have good things coming up, good things happening. My biggest and happiest news actually doesn't really involve me, for the most part. It involves my husband. He was mentioned in the New York Times on Friday of last week. It was in a section called how companies got the websites that they wanted. And he had done a website for a marketing and wealth company that did not want to look like a standard corporate, kind of uptight, frigid website. They were not looking for that. They wanted something that was warmer and friendlier and would make potential customers feel more welcome. And the company that he did this for had tremendously awesome things to say about him in the New York Times. And I'm really proud of him. I hope he brings him a lot more business. One of the things that they also said about him was, he talks to you like you're a human being, not a corporation. He's really interested in doing right by people. So I'm proud of him. That's like, hey, I'll probably never be in the New York Times, but at least I can say my husband is. I've always believed in him, and it's great that other people believe in him too. So, hold on. So that's my really good news. Is hey, my husband got some awesome recognition, and he's worked for huge corporations. And so he's gotten recognition as being on teams for that and that kind of thing. And he did work for the Underground Freedom Center that's here in Cincinnati, and the Dalai Lama came by and was very impressed with all that he had done. But of course, he wasn't named personally as the person who did it, but I know. So my husband is endorsed by the New York Times and the Dalai Lama. So it's awesome. It's awesome for him. I'm very happy for him. Very happy. So I hope it brings a lot of good things our way. Man. But really, it's been just, oh, sorry for the noise. Anyway, just kind of babbling. Sorry. And, hey, no bangs. Where'd they go? I've got a ponytail way back here. I knitted this, and then it's got a button on the back. But, man. And I've been arguing on Ravelry. Not so much arguing, because I haven't said what I really want to say. But, I've definitely been making waves. I'm sorry, I need to pause this and, seriously blow my nose. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Like I said, my allergies are just terrible and out of control, and mostly all I can do is take my medication and live in a vacuum. But anyway, I've been making waves on Ravelry, having an intense discussion, because I'm planning on participating in Tour de Fleece, and I am participating in Tour de Fleece with my friends. And for the past 5 years, when they have participated in Tour de Fleece on Ravelry, they have used the name Team Whore 2000 whatever. And it's not spelled whore, it's spelled Hoar, like hoarfrost, And I'm sure most of you are familiar with the term. As I recall, Stephanie Pearl McPhee, when I a picture of her, and Marilyn Sheepman Wool was actually walking around carrying a bag that said yarn whore on it. Um, so I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with the term. And people who used to be in charge of it had wanted to bow out this year and left somebody else in charge. And she didn't like our team name. And as I found out, she tried to change the team name last year, and other administrators would not let her do it. It's basically a long, dragged out story over the course of 2 weeks. But basically, this woman is just a bizarre tyrant. She was deleting posts and not marking why she deleted them. She gave no warning ahead of time. And she deleted a post of mine that was really innocuous. There was absolutely nothing in that post that was mean-spirited or used foul language. And I didn't take any screenshots, so I can't say, this is what I said, and have her say, well, this is what she said, and that's why it's deleted. But you can see that somebody responded to what that post was, and they just posted something in response in a really positive way that didn't have anything to do with anything that would seem terrible. I can't honestly tell you what it was that I wrote, but when I write as Sheep Dreamery on Ravelry, it's my business, and I'm not going to do anything that's going to potentially offend customers, future customers. Why would I do that? That's a moronic thing to do. So this woman was just arbitrarily deleting posts because she decided that she didn't like us. But earlier today, 2 of the former administrators stepped back in to kind of look over what's been happening and get her to chill out. I really think she needs to apologize to everybody for being so heavy-handed, and then I think she needs to just step back and not participate as a moderator, because apparently, it's really stressing her out that things need to be done a certain way so they can be archived a certain way, and the other administrators are like, what? It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's going to be fine. So, in her own head, she's got her own world that she's creating for Tour de Fleece, and other people are stepping in and saying, this isn't how it was, and why should it have to be that way now? She's changing a lot of rules in the middle of the game. And if you've ever been 6 years old and played Monopoly, you know that you can't do that. It's just not how it works. So, in the middle of all my grief and sorrow, it's been good to be able to have a discussion with somebody who is unreasonable. I don't know how else to explain it. It's good to talk to a crazy person, because then that way I can double check myself and make sure that I'm not as crazy as they are. So, there's that. Oh, other neat news. Lauren Lemnick Crochet used my yarn for a project the other day, and it's really cute. Susan Claudino she came out with a design, and it's a giraffe. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's a giraffe. It might be half human, half giraffe. I don't know. It doesn't have giraffe as a name for what she created. She's known as Sherlock, and she created the Voodoo You Love Me doll, and what's the other cute one? Oh, the Turtle and the Cercephalopod. So, she makes really cute toy things. So she made this giraffe one, and Lauren got to be one of the people that did a test knit of it. And so for the body of the giraffe, she used my Chop Tank yarn in the saltwater taffy colorway. And it ain't bragging if it's true. It came out really, really cute. Really cute. Really adorable. I love it. I love it. Excuse me. It won't be available for sale until September. Because it's part of the Dancing Dog Dye Works club. So I know that when it comes out in September, I'll be buying it because it's awesome. And I think I'm gonna have to be dyeing up some more Chop Tank in that colorway, which I have not done, and I should have done. Should have thought about that. She kind of warned me a little bit in advance that she was knitting something, but I didn't know exactly what. But I found it. I saw it the other day. So it's really cute and very, very happy about that. Finished objects. I finished some yarns. Let's see. There you go. This is the Hobbledehoy merino and silk, and it is the colorway is Susquehanna, which I think was a one of a kind color. I bought this at Maryland Sheep and Wool. And I got 218 yards out of this. It's already a 2-ply. I really need to work on my plying, as is obvious. These long droopy things are just cotton figure eights in between so that it wouldn't get any more tangled than it already is. It's full of energy. It's full of energy. So I'm waiting for all of the energy to leave before I cake it up. So I did that. I am also working on a sample that I'm going to be using in my booth. Let me see if I can. Okay. So this is my Arundel yarn. And I'm making a shawly shawl. It's based on Stephen West's West Loop scarf, which is in Westies Besties. And so all three of the colorways are Arundel yarn base. And I should make sure to dye up some of this colorway. This one here is just a miasma of other colors that I dyed. So it matches with the blue, it matches with the gray. I also have a purpley color. I also have a dark blue color. I won't be adding the purple or the dark blue to this. I'm just going to keep it with the miasma and the light blue and the gray. I think anything more complicated than that kind of gets out of control. I've also been dyeing yarn like crazy. Like crazy. like a crazy woman. Um, so I will not be putting any of it up in the shop until I get back from Minnesota. The reason for that is because Etsy charges just a ridiculous amount to even list something in the first place. So if I can sell things before I have to put them on Etsy, I'd rather do that and save myself a few dollars. So this is one of the colors. Let's see what's coming out. It's a really awesome chocolatey color. Not as black as my t-shirt. There's tinges of pink, but I did this on 50 merino and 50 silk, and it's my first time ever trying to dye yarn on this, and the sheen on this is just beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous, and I don't usually dye dark brown colors, so I wasn't really sure how it would turn out, but I'm really happy with it. That's still lighter and more rusty than, come on now. It's just not feeling it. Well, here up at the top. There we go. So, I've been dyeing a lot, getting ready. I still need to get my driver's license. Someday. I've got less than 2 weeks. So, that'll be fun. What else am I doing? I'm doing a little bit of spinning. I've got, let's see if you can see it. This is on my Bosworth. This is 12 grams. 12 gram spindle. I really like it. Of course. This fiber is funky. When I went to Stringtopia, they passed this stuff out. And the reason that they passed this stuff out was so that people could participate in spindles versus wheels to see who could spin faster in the course of 2 minutes. A wheel won, but spindles still did pretty good. So this yarn was from Crosspatch Creations, Special Signature Blend, Pocono Dreams. You can't see Morgane unless you go to any of her Carolina homespun booths anywhere. She's pretty awesome. You should stop by her booth because she also sells Lolo bar stuff, barmaids stuff. So get it from her. So working on that. I have not worked on this yet. I need to. This is my yarn that I got for Camp Loopy. As you can see, it's pink. What's it called? Light of Love. Malabrigo sock. I think I'm going to do a Henslow. I'm not even going to start it until after I finish my other shawl. So I might not even start it until I get back from Minnesota. We'll see how it goes. The other thing I'm spinning, I'm actually really excited about. I'll show you the bag real quick. Into the World Superwash Merino in the Lavinia colorway. Lavinia from Downton Abbey. Hold on, I've got to separate it all out. Okay, so this is what I have on my spindle so far. It's a nice brownish red, and as I've kind of noted before, I'm not a huge brown fan, but Man, this is so pretty. I really like it. Also, I think it matches a lot with the Captain Tight pants that I got that I haven't taken out of the bag yet. But it's kind of those same colorways. So I'm doing this in coordination with Diane from Knittables. She's the one who wanted to have a spin along, and so I signed up and I got me some. And you may have heard me a few months ago saying, I have no idea what people are saying when they talk about how somebody has beautiful fiber prep. Now that I've actually used this, I can say, oh, this is the difference. This is gorgeous fiber prep. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's smooth. It's like butter. It is like butter. And even the hobbly-hoy stuff was nice, but this is like, oh my goodness. I just want to, like, fondle it all day. Some serious fondling. Serious fondling. So I will be spinning this up when I get tired of doing my shawl, but I really have to get that shawl done. Big time. So basically, that's all I have right now. This goat horse shirt was my Mother's Day present from my son. See, there's always a bright spot. Oh, and I forgot to talk about my spindle. I bought the spindle just the other day, and I bought it from my wonderful friend, Miss Abby Frankmont of here we go, Stringtopia, Fiber Arts. You know Abby. If you spin, you know who Abby is. If you spin and you don't know who Abby is, you better figure it out real soon. So anyway, the spindle I got is from a man who does woodworking specifically for her in her shop. And it's just called Robert's Spindles. And this is the Turtle Creek, 36 grams, cherry and birch. And it is a joy to spin on. I actually bought it so that when I do my, when I ply double, I'll have something heavier to ply it together, and maybe it'll lose some of all that crazy energy that's in there. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about, and now I can't remember. Crazy Lady, Tour de Fleece. I did say that other people who had been administrators in the past are administrators again, and they're trying to clear up all this crazy woman's handiwork. Both of those administrators sent me private messages, which I guess I can't go into detail about, but things will be changing because these people have come back even though that they wanted to break from it this year. So I really appreciate when people do things like that. Oh, if I have not mentioned before, if this is your first time viewing and you live in Minnesota or within driving distance of Rochester, Minnesota, I will be in Rochester, Minnesota from June 19th until June 23rd. I will be vending at the Zombie Knitpocalypse retreat. I will also be teaching 2 classes. One will be on Thursday the 19th at 4 o'clock. The other one will be on Friday the 20th at 7 p.m. The class is called Baby, You're a Star. And it's basically for people who watch video podcasts and are a little unsure of how to get started. Um, we're not going to go into a whole lot of detail. It's only an hour long. One of the classes I think has 17 people signed up already, and the other class has like 2 or 3 people. So make sure that if you sign up for it, that you also sign yourself up for a YouTube account. That makes things much easier because that's how I'm going to show you to do it, so that you can not worry about Blip or worry about iTunes. Those are, well, first of all, Blip is basically turning away customers, and iTunes gets tricky. Um, and I think that's a more advanced thing. And since I am teaching it for free, I'm not going to get into a lot of it. Um, so, if you've considered doing it, or it doesn't even have to be for knitting, it can be for just wanting to show off your kids, I don't know, tap dancing or something like that, and want to show it to grandparents, and then they say, "Oh, I wanted my friends to see this." Okay, well, here. Now you can just go watch it on YouTube. Send them this link. That should make it easier for anybody, right? Right. So I think that's it. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope I have a great weekend. I hope nobody dies. Oh, not prepared. I am not prepared. Um, especially like when it comes to knowing that my mom's going to be dying and seeing my one cousin just completely lose it over her mom with pancreatic cancer, and then seeing my other 2 cousins with her mom. My other 2 cousins are handling it very well and with a lot of grace, and I'm really hoping that I don't completely break down when my mom dies. This is not positive chat, is it? I've had a lot of time to prepare for it, so it's not totally unexpected. But man, it's just so much to think about. So much to go through. I'm not ready. I know they weren't ready either. But I hope that I can handle it in a way that doesn't cause distress to anybody. So, anyway, if you need a website, contact my husband. He's at hi, my name is Chris.com. Yes, my husband in the New York Times. Not everybody can say that. Not everybody can say that and it be for a positive reason. Right? So, here's to things looking up. Right? Gotta look up. Oh! Do y'all watch Orphan Black? Have you been watching Orphan Black? Man. I think it's on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it. Orphan Black. So good. I have so many theories. I am in a lively discussion with some friends on Facebook about my theories. And I think I'm getting to the point where I am going to bet skeins of yarn. Like, if my predictions are right, They don't have to send me anything, but if their predictions are right, then I'll send them a skein of yarn. We'll see. There's only a couple theories that I'm sticking to for now. But it's really good. Really, really good. Way to go, Canada. Canada produces good shows. I'm a huge fan of Degrassi, old and new. And I'm a huge fan of Trailer Park Boys and Kids in the Hall. That's positive stuff. I should go watch some Kids in the Hall. Pinching your face. I am crushing you. Boop, boop. Okay. I hope you all have a great week. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back. But hopefully next week will be a better week for everybody. So